Before I get into this video, I want to address something from my last video. I really value you all as subscriptions, and I apologise. I did not give credit where credit was due. Usually I credit the writer and producer of these videos, but last week I forgot to do so. It was careless, callous, and unforgivable. I'm sorry to you, and even more so, I am sorry to the cow. For those of you who don't watch me regularly and are wondering what the f*** is going on, my name is Tara Mooney, and this is the only channel on YouTube where all videos are written and produced by a cow. She couldn't make it for this video, but if you like and subscribe, she might appear in the next one. And I won't forget to say this again. Hopefully. Chainmail. It often involves some heavy stuff. Get it? So this video is about, those posts, you know, the ones that go something along the lines of, Annabelle is a goblin girl who lives under your bed, and if you don't repost this 10 times before midnight tonight, Annabelle will come from under your bed and kill you and everyone you love. Something like that, anyway. And there is a name for these, so you can be more concise when discussing them. Though I did like my own description. It's your personal preference. Anyways, they're called chain letters. And disclaimer, if you are at all superstitious, maybe don't watch this. And also, I will be reading and showing some of these messages and stories, but I will have to censor the super gory ones because I would like this video to be monetized so I can, you know, pay rent and buy my dog cute outfits. Even though I associate these with early noughties internet, they actually have a longer history. This crusty and crumbling yellow scroll is known as the Letter from Heaven, which is a copied letter first published in London in 1795. It describes an imagined pen friendship between Jesus and King Abgar of Edessa, a bromance, shall we say, and it contained a classic chainmail line: "He that copieth this letter shall be blessed of me, he that does not shall be cursed." There's a case from 1888 which shows the gals taking initiative. A Methodist women's missionary known as the Chicago Training School was having some cash flow problems. They decided to open a peripatetic contribution box. Each one receiving the letter would send us a dime and make 3 copies of the letter, asking 3 friends to do the same thing. The missionaries ended up raising $6,000. To tell the plain truth, I am exasperated with this plan. I am a very busy woman, and this is the 3rd benevolence I have been asked to help in this way. I have figured up, and you must already have an abundance of money for the house, so I won't send any. Yeah, it's annoying to be asked for money multiple times, but you have to admit that this scheme was very girl boss of them. Then, in the 1990s, an unknown source started what became known as the Underpants Exchange. Send 1 pair of pretty underwear of your choice to the person listed below, and send a copy of this letter to 6 friends. If you can't do this in 7 days, please notify me because it isn't fair to those who have participated. You will receive 36 pairs of pretty panties. Used or... It actually worked! There was actual demand for this. The Baltimore Sun reported about the many satisfied participants who got several pairs of underwear sent to them every week. And I want to ask again, used or... So putting aside the scammy ones, I want to focus more on the internet chainmail. The ones that aren't trying to get anything from you but your time. The ominous ones are my favourites because A, they're funny, and B, they reveal how superstitious people actually are. A lot of people sharing them are kids, of course, but some are adults. There's a subreddit dedicated to this called Super Chain Gag, a private one at that. They still haven't accepted my request to join. And it's basically a safe space for superstitious people to share these chainmail messages without the fear of judgment. Because let's be honest, if you're in your 20s and you're sending this to a WhatsApp group, you know full well that they're going to be making a new group and you won't be added to it. And can you blame them? I enjoy this one. This picture is from a music video of Katy Perry's Last Friday Night, TGIF. Do you see what's circled? I bet you didn't before I told you. I did. The government went into deep investigation on this picture. That girl died in that house together with that man at the left side in 1887. This picture has been cursed. Now that you have seen that girl and the man, they will visit you. Repost to save your life. Don't take any chances. So they're saying that they're ghosts, but the ghost on the left has quite the drip, especially considering he died in 1887. He might be dead, but he's still keeping up with the trends. I admire that hustle. They will visit you. Don't know what that means. They could just be dropping by to say hi, or to knock you out. I couldn't take the chance though, so I reposted it, right in this video. As a millennial who grew up on the internet, a lot of these horror chain messages I found in the archives ignited nostalgic feelings in me. And embarrassment, because I admit I was one to share them. I had this feeling of, oh, if I don't share it, I'll be that skeptic in the horror movie who dies, because we all think our lives are a movie. I remember seeing them in YouTube comments, on MySpace, Bebo. Oh my god, does anyone else remember Bebo? For my audience who aren't in this age demographic, because I know quite a few of you are Gen Z, I want to know, did you have to endure these? Do people make TikToks threatening your life in the form of an eyeless ghost child? Let me know in the comments. Now, shall we take a trip down memory lane? I consider this an essential reading list for ridiculous horror chainmail messages. You need to read this to pass the class, so listen up, kiddos. Speaking of kiddos, shout out to scaryforkids.com, who archived all of the classic chainmail letters that terrorised my tween years. Once you read this chain letter, you cannot get out. Finish reading until it is done. Hi, I am Teddy. I am 7 years old. I have no eyes and blood all over my face. I am dead. If you don't send this to at least 12 people, I will come to your house at midnight and I will hide under your bed. When you're asleep, I'll kill you. Didn't happen. Don't believe me? Case 1. Patty Buckles got this chain email. She didn't believe in chain letters. Well, foolish Patty. She was sleeping when her TV started flickering on and off. Now she's not with us anymore. Ha ha, Patty. Ha ha. You don't want to be like Patty, do you? Case 2. George M. Simon hated chain emails, but he didn't want to die that night. He sent it to 4 people. Not good enough, George. Now, George is in a coma. We don't know if he'll ever wake up. Ha ha, George. Ha ha. Now, do you want to be like George? Case 3. Valerie Tyler got this chain email. Just another chain letter. Or so she thought. Only had 7 people to send to. Well, that night when she was having a shower, she saw a bloody figure in the mirror. She got the biggest fright of her life. Valerie is scarred for life. Case 4. How many f***ing cases of these are there? Derek Mintz was a smart person. He sent it to 12 people. Later that day, he found a $100 bill on the ground. He was promoted to head manager at his job and his girlfriend agreed to marry him. Now, he and his wife are living happily ever after. They have 2 beautiful children. Share this link with at least 12 people or you'll face the consequences. 0 people, you will die tonight. 1 to 6 people, you will be injured. 7 to 11 people, you will get the biggest fright of your life. 12 and over, you are safe and will have good fortune. Do what Teddy says. Hurry, you must share the link before midnight. So either he's going to traumatise the shit out of you or give you money. Pick a side, Teddy. And then there's proof that this all actually happened. I'm just sticking with you. Also, I call bullshit. You claim to have no eyes, Teddy, but in your profile pic, you've got eyes. You're a little liar, Teddy. Yeah, I said it. Come at me. Clarissa. I've never met a Clarissa. Is it even a real name? I've only ever seen it in fantasy, you know? And there she is, looking rather pleased with herself. Watch this become a trending makeup look on TikTok. Warning, this is not a joke. Carry on reading or you will die. So if you don't read it, you'll die. But if you read it, you'll also die. Once there was a little girl called Clarissa. She was 10 years old and she lived in a mental hospital because she killed her mom and dad. Well, that's a dick move. She got so bad she went to kill all the staff in the hospital, so the government decided that the best idea was to get rid of her. So they set up a special room to kill her as humanely as possible, but it went wrong. So this person hasn't done their research as to how capital punishment is carried out. Not that I want this to be ultra realistic anyway. The machine they were using went wrong, and she sat there in agony for hours until she finally died. Now, every week on the day of her death, she returns to the person that reads this chain letter. Every week? That's commitment. She's on that grind. On a Monday night at 12 a.m., she creeps into your room and kills you slowly by killing you and watching you bleed to death. Now send this to 10 other people and she will haunt someone else who doesn't pass this on like you did, and she will forget about you. Why does sending this make her forget you? That doesn't sound right. It's almost like this is bullshit. Example, Jenny didn't believe this and deleted it without even reading the whole thing. A few days later, on a Monday night, she was woken up by loud footsteps and heavy breathing. Clarissa was standing there with a huge knife and, well, Jenny is history now. Jenny is history now? Come on. Don't be shy. Give us the deets. One more. We've got a Disney-themed one. Apologies, I'm not going to do a Mickey Mouse voice because it will wreck my throat. This scary Mickey Mouse email is cursed, and once you start reading it, you cannot stop. Once you finish reading it, you must send it to 5 friends to undo the curse or suffer the consequences. If you do not send this on, a horrible fate awaits you. Tonight at 12 a.m., Mickey Mouse will come into your bedroom and kill you. This is no joke. You say this is no joke, but I find this rather funny, so ha ha. So don't think you can get out of this by just deleting this email now, because Mickey Mouse will come to you if you do not send this on. He will
I can't read any of this if I want that moolah.
What are your parents going to do when they wake up tomorrow morning and find you dead? It won't be funny then, will it? Alright, chill out. I hope you don't think this is just a fake message designed to scare you, because if you do, you are so wrong. So very wrong. Want to hear about some of the sad people who have been seriously hurt or lost their lives because of this email? Not really. Here we go. Case 1. Annalise Richmond. She got this email. What a load of rubbish, she thought to herself as she deleted it. And now Annalise dead, probably lying under her bed, rotting and smelling up the house. Well, that's a bit insensitive. Case 2. Louise Whitefield. She sent this email to only 3 people. That's too few, Louise. When she woke up in the morning, there was
This is unnecessarily graphic.
Case 3. Thomas Crowley. He sent this email to 4 people. Big mistake, Tommy boy. That night, Thomas was lying in his bed watching TV. When the clock struck midnight, the TV mysteriously flickered and turned off. Thomas's bedroom lamp flashed on and off several times. Suddenly, it went pitch black and Thomas looked to the left. There was Mickey Mouse, standing in white rags, blood dripping from his deformed mouse lips. He began squeaking in a high-pitched voice as he raised up his right hand. Yeah, because he's a mouse. Mickey was holding a knife. Thomas disappeared. He was never seen again. This is just a warning. The only way to undo the curse is to send this email, or else look into a mirror in a darkened room and softly sing the Mickey Mouse song. You know the one that goes like this. Oh, at least give me a soundbite so I know the rhythm. This is dumb. Unless it's got a deeper meaning. Like, it's a metaphor for capitalism, and Mickey represents capitalism. So obviously these are very silly, but if you have been a bit spooked, you are in luck, because there's a WikiHow article on how not to get creeped out by a chain letter with 10 handy steps. And not only do these steps work if you've received one of these via email, but also in YouTube comments, so they've covered all the bases. I'll show my favourite steps. A highlight for me is step 7, confront the sender. And then in step 8, which is if they send you another email, follow steps 1 to 7 again. That's no help. Aren't these meant to work? If the person sends you 3 or more emails, tell someone else. You can even report them to their internet service provider if they keep sending you unwanted email. The situation is getting out of hand. Tell the person you will block their address if they keep sending you this junk. Shouldn't that just be the first step? Chain letters are against the terms of service of many ISPs. They are a type of spam. Imagine getting banned from your internet service provider for sending chain letters about eyeless children. But if you report them, won't they send Mickey on you? Snitches get stitches. And if all else fails, call the authorities and get charged with wasting police time. I rate this WikiHow article 3 out of 10. It's not dire, but the fact that it acknowledges that the steps are unlikely to work isn't a good look. To counter all the bad vibes from all that, let's look at today's subscription pet shout out. It's a bird on a skateboard. I can't. This is Icarus. He's learning to fly and loves kisses. And this is what his owner had to say. He's super affectionate and he loves to give people kisses. So much he has tried to fly into my face to give me one. He knows a couple tricks and has learned a couple tunes I whistle. He's just recently grown into his flight feathers, so we're working on teaching him to fly and to come when he's called. Everyone who's met him wants to get a bird after because he's so sweet. He loves to watch my classes on Zoom with me and has given presentations on my shoulder which my professors love because it makes people a lot more interested in class. Oh, you probably have questions about the skateboarding. Well, he was learning, but then, unfortunately, he had a bit of a skateboarding accident. He tried standing on the front and face planted, and he doesn't trust it anymore because he's incredibly dramatic as well. I've been saying for years that I want to learn how to skateboard. In fact, I even bought myself a feckin' penny board because apparently they're easier to ride than regular skateboards, and I'm too scared to try it. So Icarus, you're better than I am. I just want to look at him on a skateboard for a little longer. Just give me a second. Okay, thank you Icarus for existing. We don't deserve you. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it because 1 like equals 1 eye for Teddy. So if lots of you like it, he'll have plenty of eyes, and it's always good to have spares. And make sure to subscribe because when you do subscribe, you become a little subscription. And when you become a little subscription, I will keep you underneath my pillow with the rest of my little subscriptions. And you'll need that when Teddy comes to murk you. We'll have your back. And that is all. Have a good day. Sleep well tonight. Dog bless. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.